Ajanuku was the kind of young man who swept the governor's mansion in Ibadan like he was brushing hope into every tile. Long before the cock crowed or the sun peeked over the rusted zinc rooftops of the compound, he'd be hard at work, uniform spotless, broom in hand, and quiet determination in his eyes. Life hadn't been kind to Ajanuku. Born in a face-me-I-face-you apartment in Mushin, Lagos, he lost his father in a tragic Okada accident when he was just 10. His mother passed a few years later from an illness no one could afford to name. Since then, it was just him and his younger sister, Mornike, a fragile girl with a hole in her heart, always in and out of the local clinic. Every kobo Ajanuku earned from cleaning the government mansion went into her medicine and pap. He never complained. Not even when the security men shouted at him like he was a goat or when politicians walked past like he was invisible. Despite his humble position, the mansion staff liked him. Mama Chica, the cook, often snuck him jollof and fried plantain. Baba Durojaye, the laundry man, once told him, "You know we're senator or Igbada, but you get more respect for yourself pass many way they chop government money." Ajanuku would smile, bow, and return to his broom. One hot afternoon, Ajanuku was sent to clean the rarely used garden behind the deputy governor's private wing, an area usually off-limits, said to be for special government guests. The place was peaceful, full of hibiscus and mango trees, and scented with old money and silence. As he swept along a stone path, he bumped into someone. "Ah. Sorry ma," he said quickly, dropping his broom and bowing. The woman he bumped into wore a simple iro and buba in cream and lavender, but the way she stood, straight, composed, almost too graceful, hinted at her class. Her face was partly covered with a veil, but her eyes? Sharp, calm, like cold zobo on a hot day. "No problem," she said softly. "I wasn't expecting anyone here. I was told to clean this area, ma. I didn't mean to offend." She tilted her head, studying him, not the way politicians do, with disdain, but like someone genuinely curious. "You work here?" "Yes ma. I'm one of the cleaners," he replied, ready for her to wave him off like others. But she didn't. Instead, she sat on a wooden bench nearby. "What's your name?" "Ajanuku, ma. And you?" She smiled slightly. "You can call me Eniola." He knew that wasn't her real name. But he didn't press. From that day, something changed. Every time Ajanuku was assigned to the garden, Eniola would show up. Sometimes with Puff Puff and Zobo. Other times, they'd just talk. About the stars. About fella. About dreams that were too big for the world they lived in. He looked forward to those meetings. She never looked through him. She saw him. She listened. And when she laughed, it wasn't the fake laugh of women at political parties. It was real. Soft. Deep. He thought she might be a bored rich girl. Maybe the daughter of a senator. Surely not more than that. But Eniola was the deputy governor herself. Young, intelligent, respected, but surrounded by wolves in Igbada and fake loyalty. They wanted her to marry a powerful party chieftain, Chief Akinteo, to secure her political future. But her heart was elsewhere. In that garden. Beside a cleaner with cracked hands and an unbreakable spirit. Desperate not to be used as a pawn, Eniola remembered an old Yoruba custom her grandmother once told her: a woman of power may choose her husband in secret, provided it's witnessed by two elders and conducted under ancestral rites. So, one night, under the stars, she approached Ajanuku. "If I asked you to marry me, would you say yes?" Ajanuku blinked. "What? If I marry Chief Akinteo, my life is over. But if I'm already married, legally, they can't force me. The marriage must be secret. Quiet. But it'll be real." He looked down at his rough hands. "I'm just a cleaner, Ma. I don't have anything to offer. You have more than most men I know, she replied. And so, with two aged women from her village, the oldest midwives in Ibadan, as witnesses, they married in a quiet shrine by the Osun River. She wore a simple white wrapper and coral beads. He wore his cleanest native wear. They made their vows in Yoruba, with no cameras. Just ancestors, wind, and truth. When it was done, Eniola looked into his eyes. You've saved me, she whispered. And then she was gone, back into the world of politics and power. Days passed. Then weeks. She didn't return to the garden. Ajanuku kept sweeping. Waiting. Hoping. Rumors swirled that the deputy governor was preparing for a political marriage. That she was set to move to Abuja. Ajanuku's heart twisted. Did she forget him? Did she lie? Then one morning, while scrubbing tiles near the council chambers, a guard appeared. You. The deputy governor wants to see you. He froze. Me. They led him through the longest hallways he'd ever seen. Into the massive reception room of the deputy governor's office, where party leaders, advisors, and media men gathered. Gasps filled the room as the deputy governor stepped out, not in power suit and heels, but in the same simple iro and buba from the garden. She walked straight to Ajanuku, eyes shining, voice firm. This is my husband. The room fell silent. Gasps. Camera clicks. This man, she said, is not a politician. He is not a man of wealth. But he is honest. Loyal. And brave. I married him by ancestral rights. And I will not dishonor my vow. Chaos erupted. But Eniola stood firm, beside Ajanuku, holding his hand in front of the world. He had swept the floor of her world. Now, she stood to build a future with him.